say Jamar Chase, Tyreek, Devontae Adams. It's definitely like Diggs is close. I know I'm missing another cat. You said DK. I'm not the greatest.
Debo. You're a fan of Debo?
I like Debo. I like DK. I don't like DK in the top 10 because he's always been like super inconsistent. Like one game he'll give you like 5 catches, 130 with like a touchdown. Then like next game he'll give you 5 drops with 1 catch, 10 yards, and like no touchdown. So he's a hard one to predict for sure.
It all depends on injuries too.
Like, no doubt.
I mean, was Godwin from Tampa?
Yeah.
If he stays healthy, yeah, he's good too.
Yeah, I mean, I'm trying to sort back here and looking at scoring from last year, and I'm looking at wide receivers.
I don't think Diggs even had a good record, good yards last year as a wide receiver.
Oh, that's the other one I was thinking of, Cooper Kupp. Right, so here's the 5 that finished. This is fantasy from last year, okay? So from fantasy perspective, the top receivers in the league: Cooper Kupp, Deebo Samuel, Justin Jefferson, Jamar Chase, Tyreek Hill, Devontae Adams, CeeDee Lamb, A.J. Brown, Stephon Diggs. Okay? So he just got top 5 money, but I would agree with this list of people that are in. I would throw Adams in the top 5, and I would probably drop Deebo to 6. So if you ask me, Cooper Kupp, Cooper Kupp, Justin Jefferson, Jamar Chase, Tyreek Hill, Devontae Adams. That's my 5. I'd go Deebo. I'd even probably go DeAndre Hopkins, and then I would go Stephon Diggs. So he's 8 for me. But he just got paid. And Buffalo's going to be good, and they're going to be throwing dingers for like at least 4 more years, which is infuriating as a Pats fan.
He just has to play the Patriots all year because he lit the Patriots up last year.
Yeah. Well, he had that one.
All I remember is I forget what game it was last year because they played each other 3 times last year. Where he lit J.C. Jackson up.
Yeah,
like J.C.
That was the second game.
Could not cover him whatsoever.
Yeah, the first game when we played him in Buffalo and Mac only had 3 passing attempts. Even that game, Allen hit Diggs numerous times, and it was just the coldness that like he had a touchdown and Diggs dropped it, and it was a dime pass from Allen in that weather. So listen, I'm not saying he's not bad. Like he's a very good player. I'm just saying that there's 5, in my opinion, ahead of him. 6. So, Baltimore Ravens showing interest in 29-year-old Melvin Gordon. Now, Baltimore is expected to get J.K. Dobbins back from that torn ACL. Gus the Bus Edwards is still under contract as well. So, signing Melvin Gordon, what would that do to Baltimore as they seem to continue to go through these ageless vets? I mean, last year they had Freeman, they had Bell, they had... who was the other cat I'm thinking of? They had like 3 other backs. But I mean, they had, Murray. They had Latavius Murray. So, Baltimore pulling off something to sign Melvin Gordon, what would you think that does? Obviously, this is what it would do for fantasy. Javonte Williams in Denver becomes a RB1 all day. Probably a top 10 pick in fantasy. So
I had him last year in my fantasy league, Javonte, and he actually, I don't know, not bragging, but with him paired with Henry did pretty well. But once Henry went down, I went downhill.
Yeah, agreed.
but Javonte held his own.
Yeah, no doubt. Head coach for Detroit says he's excited to work with Jared Goff. Surprisingly, he's the only head coach in the NFL that would say that on the record. He must be on cocaine. And he says an elite quarterback is not required to win a Super Bowl. Don, do you agree with that logic? Do you need an elite quarterback to win a Super Bowl?
The Packers have one. They can't win one.
Yeah, the Packers do have one, and they can't win one.
I think you need to have a line to protect the quarterback. So if you don't have a line,
let me ask you, was a question, do they need an offensive line to win a Super Bowl, or do they need an elite quarterback to win a Super Bowl? Eli Manning won 2 Super Bowls not with a shit offensive line. Was he elite? No.
I think he just got lucky those 2 years.
Yeah, he was lucky because the Pats choked. Let's be real, right? So, I didn't let you answer the question. I'll wait. Go ahead, because you were on a tangent about the O-line. Do you need an elite quarterback to win a Super Bowl?
Probably not, because like I said, Rodgers won an elite quarterbacks and he still haven't won with him, so it's hard to say, man.
True that. Former head coach Wilks and former assistant coach Horton joined the Brian Flores lawsuit. Big news, no news, concerning news for the NFL. Big Mike, where are you on the Brian Flores situation?
It's gonna be a while until that all gets sorted out, because you don't know what's really going on behind the scenes. And I'm not saying it should be fair for everybody. I know they're passing that thing now where they at least have to have one minority coach on the staff for all the teams.
Yep.
But it's gonna be a while to this. It's all he said.
I think more people.
He said. So it's
more people are going to continue to come out, and more people are going to come out and join this lawsuit. And I will say this: I felt that Wilks in Arizona before they went after Kingsbury. I thought that was very quick to fire a head coach. 1 year is very tight. I could see 2 years if he matched the same record of 3-13, or in this case 3-14 with the extra game. If that was the case, I would understand why you would cut a head coach, but at least give him more than 1 year. I mean, if Dan Campbell's going to get multiple years at going 16 or 15, like, why can't Wilks get an extra year? My opinion, I don't think anyone else was in on the Cliff Kingsbury sweepstakes, but listen, I'm not an NFL GM, and I'm not paid like an NFL GM. So that is the majority of the NFL news going on around the NFL this week. On Monday, we highlighted our first mock draft with picks 1 through 10. So just to highlight some of those picks, I had Jaguars taking Evan Neal, offensive lineman from Alabama, to protect Trevor Lawrence. Big Mike, who did you have on Monday? Who did the Jags take number 1 overall?
I took Hutchinson.
Aiden Hutchinson.
From Michigan.
Michigan. In Big D, who did you take? Who did you have the Jags take number 1?
I think I had Neal.
You had Neal?
Yes.
I knew you had good taste. And in other news, I also had Malik Willis going to the Panthers because I think they're desperate, and I think they'll do desperate things. Did you guys have any big names coming out of the board in the first top 10 last week? I cannot remember.
Yes, I had Seattle making that trade with the Giants for number
7.
Seattle moving up number 5 and taking Willis out of Liberty, the quarterback.
And did either one of you guys have Kenny Pickett coming off the board?
Yes.
To what pick?
I had Pickett going to the Falcons.
I also have Pickett going to the Falcons. Donnie D, did you have Pickett coming in the top 10? Coming out of the top 10 last week?
I do, but I don't remember where I had him because I didn't write it down.
All right. Well, that's fine. Don, damn, you don't have to hit the table, man. It's going to be fine. The Yankees are going to play again. It's going to be fine, man. The season just started. Why are you so ripped? All right. So that means today what we're going to do is we're going to take you through the next 11 picks. We're going to go picks 11 through 21 here, and we're going to start with the Washington Commanders on the clock. Now, Washington's got a lot of needs. They could use a quarterback because Wentz is not going to be the guy. They could use another receiver to put on the other side. However, they got DeAndre Carter. They got some good moves there. They got some good running backs with Gibson and McKissick's back. So I don't think they go running back. They need some defensive work, but listen, 2 years ago that defense was elite, and last year they were just underperforming. Chase Young got hurt. Sweat, just underperformed. Like that whole defense just underperformed last year. So I'll revert it to you guys. Where do you have the Washington Commanders taking at number 11?
I have Garrett Wilson, a wide receiver from Ohio State.
Trash. No, I'm kidding. I don't know.
I think he's going to help McLaurin.
He's going to help Terry?
Yes.
TMC, Terry McLaurin? Listen, Terry, he's another wide receiver that doesn't get enough hype. He's going to get paid. So I like the pick. If they go wide receiver. I can't knock it. I think Wentz is going to need all the help he can get. And Big Mike, I'll go to you, man. Who do you have Washington taking?
I have them taking wide receiver also, but not Wilson. I have them taking the other one from Ohio State, Olave.
Who? Chris Olave.
Yeah.
I think I had him in my first 10. I could be wrong. Hold, please. I did. I had the Jets taking him at number 10, so he won't even be on my board. I'm going to disagree with both, respectfully. I'm going to say they take Kyle Hamilton, safety from Notre Dame. He's a smart two-way competitive player, huge leader. I think he can immediately have a great impact on that defense, so I'm going to say Kyle Hamilton from ND.
He was off my board, so that's why I didn't.
Yeah, I think that would be a good fit. I think that they definitely need some help with that Ron Rivera defense. Riverboat Ron, he's got to turn that. The problem with Washington right now is just everything. They need a new stadium. They need a new owner. He's under investigation every 30 seconds. He's always doing something wrong. The guy can't catch a break. He's almost like President Trump. No matter what you do, he's going to be in the news for negative stuff. So, Minnesota Vikings are on the clock. I will start with this one. I have them taking Derek Singletary, the cornerback from LSU. He's going to stay with the purple and gold color themes. And listen, the only reason that he's going to even slide is he was always injured. So he's got a good bill of health. He's going to link up with his former teammate Justin Jefferson. So I'm going to say that they take Derek Singletary from LSU. Fade or follow me, Big Mike.
I think Don's starting to wear off on you. I follow, but his last name is Stingley. But
Stingley?
Yes.
Are you sure?
Yes. But I follow, but I think Don is starting to rub off on you.
Yeah. Don, you're going to be in Vegas next week, right?
That's correct.
Okay, hitting up your boy Devontae Adams?
That's correct.
Okay, well, at least I'll be able to freaking...
I'll get a Devontae Adams shirt if they have one.
There you go. At least maybe I can get my shit together for next year then. Hey, just want to let you guys know, tweeting it straight from Adam Schefter, former Steelers QB Josh Dobbs has agreed to a 1-year deal with the Cleveland Brownies. No fantasy impact there. Okay, you are not drafting Josh Dobbs. And if you are, enjoy last place.
Think he'll beat out Baker?
Yeah, he could. So, Don, who do you have Minnesota taking? I'm sorry.
I have the Vikings trading.
Oh, yeah? To who?
With the Steelers. I think the Steelers move up to get a quarterback.
Okay, and what quarterback are they taking?
I'm looking at my list. I have Desmond Ridder.
Desmond. First rounder.
That's what I think. I think he moves up. Because the Steelers are desperate for a quarterback.
Desperate teams do desperate things, man. Listen, That's not even
the next quarterback I have coming off the board.
I know. I'm going to talk about the Steelers pick because
that's why I'm the smartest man in the room here, guys.
Yeah. we could tell with your pronunciations. So, Houston Texans are on the clock at pick 13. Don, I'll let you start this one. Who does Houston take with that Cleveland pick that they got traded to them?
I think Jermaine Johnson, edge rusher. I think they take.
Okay. And Big D, I'll kick it over to you.
I have them taking Jordan Davis out of Georgia.
Oh, I like the pick.
That guy is huge.
He's a beast.
Can run.
He is a beast.
I think I was watching his 40 at the combine. I forget his measurements, but they're saying he was as fast as J.J. Watt. And I know for sure he's a lot bigger than J.J. Watt.
Yeah, he's a beast.
That kid can move.
I do have him coming up in these picks. I'll save it though. I have a player that most people have going in the top 5. But I think he slides down because rumor has it he's a horrible interview and he's very big on himself. So the Houston Texans will take Kayvon Thibodeau, edge rusher from Oregon. I did not have him coming off my board. I think when Houston picks, that is going to be a steal of the draft because athletically, he's one of the best in this draft. But rumor has it that he's very arrogant. He's very big on himself. So we'll see how that plays out. I thought Jadeveon Clowney was kind of the same way coming out of South Carolina. And, I mean, he's still making money, so we'll see what happens. Baltimore Ravens are on the clock at pick number 14. So, Big Mike, I'm going to revert it over to you. Who does Baltimore take at pick 14?
I know they really haven't had much luck drafting this position the last couple years. It's not basically their fault with injuries and everything. but I have him drafting Drake London out of USC.